Good morning, Stampers. My name is Deb Domke, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. It's a beautiful day here in Indiana. We have spring, it's arrived, beautiful sunshine, couldn't ask for anything more. Except for, we hope it stays. We're tired of winter. Okay, this is the card that we're going to be making today. I think it turned out very nice. It says Forever Friends. We have silver embossed. And then on the inside it says, I have loved you, Mother, since I opened my eyes. And I figured this is a perfect Mother's Day card. You can write Happy Mother's Day and love your name. And it's just really a nice, elegant, but simple card. And this is the matching envelope. I stamped it here, and then I outlined all of the stamp with Wink of Stella. And on the back of the envelope I also put some stamps with Wink of Stella. The stamp set that we'll be using is called First Sight. It is in our Occasions catalog, and celebration does end March 31st, so hurry up and get the stamps that you would like. We're going to be using this stamp here, this large one, and I have loved you, Mother, since I opened my eyes, and Forever Friends. Okay, so you're going to be needing your heat gun to do your embossing, Versamark, your Wisteria Wonder cardstock measuring 8.5 by 5 and 8 by 5. Yeah, 8.5 by 5.5, and scored at 4 1/4. This will be our card base. Just fold it in half, make sure it's all lined up even, and then take your bone folder and give it a nice crease. So now our base is started. You're going to be needing an inside piece of Whisper White, and this will measure 5 1/4 by 4, and like I said, this is our inside, so we'll set it there for now. Our outside top layer is Elegant Eggplant, and this also measures 5 1/4 by 4. And then our stamping piece on the outside top measures 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. I know a lot of you don't like doing the 8s, but just count your 8s over and you'll be fine. And you also need a white envelope. So let's get started with our Whisper White front piece that measures 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And our Versamark, and you're going to need your embossing buddy. And just push it down a couple times to get the powder loose and give it a nice gentle rub. And that gets rid of all of your oils off of your fingers and all like that. And I'm going to prep my Stampin' Scrub pad so I can wash my stamp as soon as I'm done. Open up the Versamark, and then I have my stamp already ready, Forever Friends. Let's set that there for just a moment while I grab my embossing powder. Now let's get this prepped. Make sure your card is even before you stamp on. And I give it a blow just to get some of that powder off before I stamp down. Bring it down a little bit, center it, and press. And hold it there for just a couple seconds to get the Versamark transferred onto the cardstock well. And it's hard to see, but yep, it's there. And clean off my stamp, cover my Versamark. Now we're done with the Versamark. Now it's time to put our embossing powder on. And this is the silver embossing powder. It's in our annual catalog. And that's very good there. No little strays. Cover this up and put it off to the side. And now to get the heat gun plugged in. Excuse my arm. And pardon the noise, but heat guns do make a little bit of noise when you're getting ready to emboss. Get it warmed up. Some embossing powder there. And then just start embossing. And it'll start brighten up. There it goes. Doesn't take long at all to emboss. All done. See how quick that was? Not bad at all. And so now that part of our card is finished. And we need to take our curvy keepsake punch and punch our ends. Get the scallop part, which is right here. Just slide it in. There's 2 stoppers, 1 on each corner, and punch. And do that to all 4 corners. And punch. And while we have this punch out, we're going to take our inside white piece and do the same to all those corners. It helps to make the card, I think, look more elegant. And that one's done. Now we just need to clean up our mess, put the punch away. And now we're ready to stamp. So we're going to get Wisteria Wonder out. Our large stamp that has the floral design, and the smaller one, and our envelope too, because we can stamp our envelope at the same time that we're doing our front, because that's going to be in Wisteria Wonder also. We open up our pad. We're just going to stamp this large floral design once. And that's nice and inked up. And bring it down and center it underneath Friends. And gently put it down and add a little bit of pressure. And like I said, hold it down for just a few seconds so the ink can transfer onto the cardstock well. That way you get a good coverage. And voila, very nice. And then clean your stamp off. And that's done. And we can move that to the side and do our front. I guess I shouldn't have cleaned it off, well, but that's alright. Just stamp it up again, ink it up. Have a little bit off to the side. I don't want that on there. And then set it on your envelope where you would like it. Gentle pressure so your ink can transfer down on your envelope nice. And clean the stamp off. Turn your envelope over, and the small little swirl, we're going to put just 2 of them here on the flap of the envelope. There's the one. And then angle that a little bit. And now our envelope's done, except for taking our wink of Stella and just going over all of the design. It really does help to pop it. I enjoy that look. And now back to the front of our card. And we're going to use the same swirl. And yeah, I used Stella or Wisteria Wonder on that one also. And I angle it just a little bit and press down gently. Just hold it for a couple seconds. Nice. Angle it again. Press and done. And you can clean your stamp off. So now our front's done. All we need to do is our wink of Stella on the design. Not a big deal. That won't take long to do it all. So let's grab our Whisper White inside piece. And that one we're going to stamp the sentiment in Elegant Eggplant. That we bring in the front of our card inside. That color looks very nice and just adds some more color on the inside. Ink up your sentiment. It's nice and inked. Then we're going to bring it down just a little bit from the top and center it. Oh, I touched it, so I've got a little bit of a smudge. Hold it. Alright, I covered it up, and that turned out very nice. Clean your stamp off and set it aside. And then we're going to bring back the Wisteria Wonder and do the tiny swirl on each side. So you're using quite a bit of this stamp set, which I like doing a lot of the stamps in one card or project, getting good use out of my stamps. And put one more over on this side at an angle. And done. Very nice. So that's all ready to get glued down on the inside also. Close up that. Get our card base back in here. And I like to use Tombow liquid mono adhesive. I know my card's going to stay stuck together, so whoever receives it, they're not receiving a card that's going to fall apart. Tape does come undone, just the regular snail adhesive, due to humidity, and if you don't use enough of it properly. So I've decided I prefer the Tombow. Center the card up on the inside and lay it down and gently press. And there we go. And just one moment. You think you remember every product to bring over to the table when you're filming, and I'm notorious, I forget. Shake up your Wink of Stella pen. And I like to use just the tip of the pen. That way I don't get too much glitter out, and I can stay within my design more. And just go over the leaves and the stem. And this is very relaxing, so if you have high blood pressure, this is time to relax and bring your blood pressure down. I really enjoy that. Just all along the stem. Excuse my Yorkie, she is in here. She was downstairs but decided to come up to the stamping room. And here we go. We're almost finished. But I'm not putting tons of glitter down, just a nice light coat, just to add that little bit of a pop and shimmer. And there, that is all finished. I don't know if you can see the glitter or not, but the inside of our card is done now. So we can go back to working on the front of our